Crossed Wish You Were Here Volume 3 picks up where the last volume left off. There's no real time lag involved. You are still following the story of the character Shaky, who via his diary is communicating his feelings and the events in the book to you. You've still got the same writing and art team of Simon Spurrier and Fernando Melek behind it, so everything stays consistent and in line with what you've previously had, which means you've got good artwork and good quality writing with lots of different thoughts on life and how it goes on under these conditions. And what's good is the character of Shaky, because you're getting his inner thoughts in this diary, you constantly are updated with how it's sort of breaking him down and how he has to make the wrong choice in order to stay alive all the time, and how he regrets those decisions, and how those decisions reflect on others who, let's say, would like to think they'd have made the right choices, but in reality probably would make the same ones, and then ultimately they do. You get a progression of the story between him and the nun that he was having feelings for, and how that develops onwards. I don't want to say too much about that because that's the main sort of thread through all of these stories, but you see their relationship develop over time as the group they are with in the past gets whittled down, and she feels that there's room for her to grow closer to him, let's say. You've also got the ongoing story in the present time of Shaky and the guys on the island. They are back from their trip to the mainland, and you get a more detailed explanation as to what went on at the garrison where the guards were stationed, in addition to them meeting a new group of survivors from America who are effectively a cruise liner, and a sort of fleet of other ships they've picked up along the way, and you have to know whether or not to trust them and how things are going to develop there. Shaky also has a relationship deepen with one of the island's residents, and this results in her becoming pregnant and him having to make a decision, and whether or not that will be the right decision you find out in the last few pages of the book, because something quite horrible happens, depending on whether or not. No, it's just horrible. There's no debate about it. It's just horrible, and it leaves it with a nice ending as to seeing an old character come back that you thought might have been dead, and it all set up for the final instalment in Volume 4. And that's what I like about this series, and that's why I wanted to talk about it each in part, because you know that there is an end to it, whereas the general Cross series is just open-ended as far as I'm aware, particularly as it goes on to comics like Crossed Plus 100, which were crap, to be honest, because of the language issues that I've covered in another review. So Crossed Wish You Were Here Volume 3, I think it's a great buy as part of a finite series of books. It's certainly worth investing in if you like the Crossed, the Crossed title, let's say, but you want something that you can read and has a beginning, a middle, and a definite end to it. And the definite end will be discussed in another video for Volume 4 that I will pop out in a week's time.